In this video, I want to talk a little bit about Luka Doncic as an LA Laker. I'm only going to speak to his performance as a Laker. I'm not going to discuss how fantastic he was last year in the playoffs. All that stuff is in the past. All right, I just want to talk about what he's doing so far in his short time with the Lakers. And I want to be critical of Luka. I don't think he's been playing that well. I'll tell you what I see when I see Luka play, and it's personified specifically more glaringly in the game against the Brooklyn Nets, who are an absolutely bottom feeder team. Right? When teams see the Nets on their schedule, they assume they're going to get a win. Let's be honest here. All right, when I see Luka play, and I saw it against the Nets, I see lazy effort. I see a weak defender who isn't really trying. I don't see defensive intensity. I did see a little bit of that before the LeBron injury, but seemingly LeBron not being there and Luka having to do more has kind of put him into energy conservation mode or something of the sorts. There were moments of the game where Luka looked absolutely gassed. He was logging a ton of minutes. I think he played maybe 43 minutes or something, or 42 minutes, which is a lot, but he's out of shape. He doesn't have the capacity. There was a moment in the game where he actually turned his ankle, falling over his own feet, running in a straight line. Not even running. I think he was like trotting. It didn't even look natural. It looked so unusual to me, and I think what happened there is he's just tired. He's just exhausted, and that was like in the second or the third quarter. It wasn't even at the end of the game. Anyways, he's been spending a lot of his time arguing with the refs, politicking with the refs, campaigning for more calls, issues with no calls. He's, I think, acquired a handful of technical fouls since he's gotten to LA, which these habits are not new. That's the same things he was doing in Dallas. But now, with the Lakers likely losing games like they did against Brooklyn, you're going to see more of this, and these problems are going to be more glaring. When you're winning, a lot of people will look past a lot of these things. But as long as LeBron is out of the lineup, and it's planned that he's going to miss a couple of weeks, Luka is going to have to carry a bulk majority of the offensive responsibilities, and he's going to have to do a little bit more on defense. They're down Rui. I think Jackson Hayes was out in the game. You know, you're going to have to count on Dalton Connect for additional offense. Austin Reeves going to have to carry a lot too from an offensive standpoint. But defensively, they're just going to have to be better, and Luka's going to have to be part of that solution too, because he was playing better defense when LeBron was in the lineup. Now, all of a sudden, it seems like he's reverting to some old ways. And his turnover counts for these games, he's averaging like 5 a game. This game was down to the last couple of possessions. If Luka takes better care of the ball, who knows? Maybe they're up by a possession. Maybe they're in a better position to win. Maybe the game is tied and they're not down by 5 if he takes better care of the ball. Look, Luka is very capable of making some amazing plays. The splash plays are like eye candy, and they get everybody enamored by his abilities because he does make some brilliant plays. But the fundamental basics of securing the ball and taking care of the ball in your possessions and making sure that you're conditioned so that way you can finish games strong. And those are the kind of things that I think JJ Redick is going to have to get through. And I think LeBron is going to have to get through to Luka in his maturity as a player, in his maturity as a professional. He hasn't really taken those steps in those ways. And I don't want to drop it on too heavy because he just got to LA. You know, it's only been like a month or whatever. The trade with AD, it happened, I think, at some point in February, maybe. Maybe, this conversation is different in April. I don't know. But from what I'm seeing in the one game without LeBron having, with the ability to carry in a lot of those situations and moments, Luka looks to be out of place. He's not really executing well at the end of games, and we're seeing some of his major flaws really sticking out. No player is perfect, but when I'm seeing some of the things I'm seeing from Luka, those things don't have to be there. Those things are correctable and fixable, and he's needs to address them if he's going to be a better player. And he's a great player. But I mean, imagine what he would be if he would just fix some of those flaws that are fixable, and you don't have to settle with some of those bad habits. I think he can be even better than what he is. I think his potential is actually higher Maybe if JJ Redick would coach him, maybe we could see him ascend to those heights. But unfortunately, at this moment in time, what I've been seeing from Luka, even before the LeBron injuries, I saw red flags. Now, if they are losing and they're losing to the Nets, these red flags are going to be noticed by everyone. What do you guys think? Let me know. Drop me a comment. What do you see when you see Luka play for the LA Lakers? What types of habits have you noticed, if you've noticed any? And do you agree with what I'm seeing? Are you seeing it my way, or do you think I'm overreacting? Let me know. Drop me a comment. Like, share, subscribe. Check out some more of our videos. We'll see you guys on the next one.